So delightful to be here and to see you all. Thank you for putting up with our imaginations as we try to get everything organized. So today, for this Teisho, I have the invitation and the audacity to review Junpo's teachings with you. So I'll try to be brief enough that we can offer you a chance to say something very, very short about the teachings as you've appreciated them. So no more than a sentence. Junpo introduced me to Rumi. Praise to the emptiness that blanks out existence. This place made from our love of that emptiness. Yet somehow comes emptiness. This existence goes. Praise to that happening over and over. For years, I pulled my own existence out of emptiness. Then one swoop, one swing of the arm, that work is over. Free of who I was, free of presence, free of dangerous fear, hope, free of mountainous wanting. The here and now mountain is a tiny piece of straw blown off into emptiness. These words I'm saying so much begin to lose meaning. Existence, emptiness, mountain, straw. Words and what they try to say, sweep out the window, down the slant of the roof. So maybe the crux of Junpo's teachings, at least for me, come down to two very important statements. One of them is, what is most essential is mindful awareness, which enables us to understand, transform, and transcend greed, anger, and ignorance. And then the other, your angst is your liberation. What a challenging teaching, right? And how true. How true. The other really unique piece of the teaching that came from Junpo is that for us in the West, how much we need sacred stewardship. There's really nothing in sacred stewardship that isn't implied by ahimsa, right? By the first precept of respecting all sentient and insentient beings, right? But here in the West, and in our as modern human beings, we are so alienated from our mother, this earth, that gives us life, that we must intentionally practice sacred stewardship. So in our 5 training elements, this is a core of the teaching, and in our precepts as well. Right? Something extra to remind us of the discipline that we need to follow to deeply understand. And then Junpo, a yogi, right? A yogi. He says, conscious embodiment. We must practice with conscious embodiment. Zen awakening is not from the neck up, right? Whole body experience. Whole body experience. And whether you practice yoga or Tai Chi or Qigong or gardening or do the dishes with mindfulness, right? Or make love with mindfulness, right? It didn't say celibate, it said celebrate, right? So, whatever, this is the fundamental teaching. And Junpo so beautifully embodies this for us. The first time I was at Sesshin with Junpo, and we were practicing Kinhin and so on, and he gave a talk, and he said this: do you realize that you're walking on the face of God? How do you walk? Right? Do you realize you're walking on the face of God? I'm walking on the face of God. Perhaps we've begun to realize this. Right? Perhaps. So, one of the things that is so important to me in becoming Junpo's student, right? So we're here to honor Junpo, his birthday, his retirement. We're his students. I'm his student. Junpo is my teacher. And one of my close friends like to call him Zorba, the Zen master, right? Zorba, the Zen master, right? You know, tasting enlightenment, living the bodhisattva vow, turning back into the world, in service, but also living fully. The message here isn't to tune out, it's to live fully. And so Junpo embodies this fierceness, but leavened with love. Leavened with love. Fierceness, Rinzai, fierceness, leavened with love. Do not wait to awaken. Wake up now. And then, again to Rumi. Come, come, whoever you are, wanderer, worshiper, lover of leaving. Ours is not a caravan of despair. Even if you've broken your vow 1,000 times, come, still come, and yet again come, beckoning, welcoming us. Come in, come in. Let's practice together. Let's really practice together. And then we've had some equivocation back and forth. Well, should we say indoctrination? Should we be this fierce, right? Re-indoctrination? Or should we be a little gentler and more sensitive to our modern sensibilities? Let's call it reorientation. Well, I'm going to tell you, not that there's anything wrong with reorientation as terminology, but I'm a fan of the bold statement, re-indoctrination. And the reason I'm a fan of it is because I live with a doctrine. I have an understanding. And it governs my life. And I used to have one that was really confused. Perhaps I'm a little better now, right? But always examining it, examining. What is it? What is the doctrine I'm living by? And we could call that process of examination reorientation. But there's a certain boldness and fierceness in saying re-indoctrination. And the same thing in our Mando, right? So we've made the last part of the first Mando a little gentler. But how do you know this is true, right? One way, because I've experienced this. And the other way, we say choice to make it easy. But I remember when Junpo was first teaching this. Do you remember this? What did he say? Because I say so, right? Fierce, right? Fierce, real determination, but leavened with love, leavened with love. not anger, right? The same with the no shout. So we live in the wake of our teacher's teacher's teacher, re-enlivening the no shout, right? But no, not as an anger, not no, not this, but more like this. No, right? Opening up, right? Leavened with love. So Junpo brought us Mondo. And I thought I would review the Mondo koans, but I don't want to take that much time because I want to leave some for you. But Mondo is a precious gift. Distilling the koan activity and distilling out of the traditional koans a set of transmission exercises, of awakening exercises that we can do. First, to taste the truth, right? You are the Buddha. And meditation is Buddha practice, awakening practice. If you think you're doing something else on the cushion, please, please pay attention to the first set of koans in Mondo. Taste the truth that you're the Buddha, that you have the heart of a saint, and practice opening this heart and being present and open here and now. Turn about in the seat of consciousness. Right? Recognize that it's me that arises here. Right? Me arises from here, not I have to go somewhere else in order to learn and grow. Practice here. Ordinary mind is the way. And then when we have trouble living this, see if we can deconstruct our emotions and really actively come into integrity. Right? You are the Buddha. Where are you responding with anger or shame or disconnection? Pick a place to learn this, work this, and then learn how to apply this method across our whole life. So the beginning and the graduate school of Zen for us in our modern world. So I'll have one more poem to read, but I'll stop here. This is a quick review of some of the things that touched me most deeply. And I would invite any of you who wish to. Now there's quite a few of us, so please, please, a phrase, a sentence, but you can unmute and offer something here. What did I miss? What's been most important to you?
I guess I'll be the not so shy one and break open the conversation. So eternal gratitude, Taiso. You did not miss, but what I want to offer is what Junpo offered me in my first introduction to him was a heart blown open. And it continues to over and over and over. And in honor of Junpo and Rumi, this path, the Sufi path, which has been open to me, is my place is placeless, a trace of the traceless. Eternally in.
Hakue here. Pick up the phone.
Daiden, idiot, the bell rings you.
Zenshin Stafu!
Fugen. Lie to me again!
Kiku, who comes and goes?
Tanku here. For me, the big shift between ego mind from ego mind to clearly part mind. Thank you.
Goan here. You are this light.
Bodhi here. Who are you? Not knowing.
John here. The way he saw me when he called me the grasshopper.
Manish here. Can I have your remote for a moment?
Hi, Jerry here. How much time do you think you have? 1,000,000 years?
Marleen here. Compassion starts at home.
And so here, shut up.
Zoo, stay awake, brother. Or you choose to stay awake.
Lars here. See the joke of it all.
Abhaya here. What are you waiting for?
Corinne here. If you've lost your sense of humor, you've lost your way.
Tendo here. Take your seat.
Doru here. What is the most important thing?
Bedford's here. An upside down view at last.
Bodhi here again. Get the joke.
So is there anyone who's shy who wants to come forward?
Barbara here. Listen with my heart instead of my head.
Jeroen here. It's all about radical acceptance.
Zenshin here again. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Kiku again. Denial ain't just a river in Egypt.
So thank you so much. Thank you so much for what's been spoken and what isn't spoken. I want to close with one of the poems that I think is a favorite of Junpo's and ours, right? The prettier version of your angst is your liberation. The guest house. This being human is a guest house. Every morning a new arrival, a joy, a depression, a meanness, some momentary awareness comes as an unexpected visitor. Welcome and entertain them all. Even if they are a crowd of sorrows who violently sweep your house empty of its furniture. Still, treat each guest honorably. He may be clearing you out for some new delight. She may be clearing you out for some new delight. The dark thought, the shame, the malice, meet them at the door laughing. Invite them in. Be grateful for whoever comes, because each has been sent as a guide from beyond. Thank you so much.